Coming to you live from Southern California. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Los Angeles Dodgers are in position to sweep this 3-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Tyler Glasnow.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Right through there for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Way inside. 2-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Garrett Hampson. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. That's down and in.
2-2 to count.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Righty delivers. Line drive. And he'll play it on a bounce.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now at a swing and a line drive at a right field. Duvall pulls that one down.
That is the first baseman.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. Someone who makes things happen for them in part with his legs, Garrett Hampson.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
So here's Wade now.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
That one in there across the letters.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Bounce to the left side. What a stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Nick Lodolo.
Yeah, I want to see how he handles left-handed hitters in this lineup today, because coming in, lefties are batting over 300 on the year against him. So he's going to have to figure something out to get inside, keep them from getting their arms extended, and then once conscious of the inside pitch, be able to go with something away and finish them off.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. That one ripped. Pulls it in on the warning track. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he's been putting up some huge power numbers, and opposing pitchers know that they can't make mistakes to him. In fact, they probably circle him pregame, making sure that if they're in a situation where their back is against the wall, they're going to find a way to pitch around him. Players that are in the top 5 in slugging percentage in the league really don't get overlooked.
Freeman hits it in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Freeman over at first with one away. Outside low, and that's ball 2. And there's a ball. Two. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a rocket out to left. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the third baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And another ball. Next offering is down low.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And that's too high, ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The center fielder,
so 2 on with 2 away. And now Teoscar Hernandez. And the pitch.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And the next pitch is way outside. Will Smith up next for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Spencer Steer.
Spencer Steer.
And that skips in the dirt.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's one down. And here is Garrett Mitchell. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
2 outs, bases empty. T.J. Friedel getting ready to hit. Kicks and deals. 2 outs, bases empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Chavez Ravine. The batter now will be Will Smith. That misses, and now it's 3-2. That one is absolutely belted. Edman going back on it. And that one's gone. That's worth the price of admission. It's 1-0.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Duvall at the plate. Base hit center field.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride blown out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Here's a 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering upstairs. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around.
The throw is wild and it gets away. Now second and third and nobody out. So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. On to pinch run, James Outman. Mac Horvath, the next to hit. At the belt and fires. Up the middle, and that chance handled in plenty of time to first. One away as the second run of the inning scores.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across one run. Still one out there to pick up.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And the pitch. Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, 1 out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Next pitch is downstairs. Ohtani on second. Freeman over at first with 1 away. That one not close. And now 3-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Friedel sizes this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
So first and second with 2 outs. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
The Dodgers trying to break this one open. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is downstairs. Two outs. Out towards left center. Edman in position. He's there. He's got it. And that is the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 was the solo homer. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Reds nothing. Now into the ball game on defense, James Outman. He takes over in right. Here's the catcher, Tyler Stephenson.
The catcher, Tyler.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Man at first. Here's the third baseman. And another ball. Runner at first with no outs here. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
That one hurts right there, as they couldn't take care of the bottom of the order to start this inning. You turn the lineup over. Now this inning's set up to be something big for this offense.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. Glasnow, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. The Dodgers leading by 3. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And another ball.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air, right field. Sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Now batting, shortstop, Garrett Hampson.
Garrett Hampson, the next to hit for the Reds. Glasnow, ready and deals.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. First and third, one down. Next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. The 2-2 stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Stepping in, Matt McLain. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground to third. Out number 3. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Reds nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, set for the bottom of the third. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win. Very fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
Ball 3.
That one misses. 3-1.
1 strike.
The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. So man aboard. And next for LA, Will Smith. The pitch. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. Relay to first. Double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
James Outman will hit next. The pitch. That's to third, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Play made. That ends the inning. So they make short work of him there. 3 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Reds. Start of the 4th. Now here is Lamont Wade Jr.
Lamont Wade Jr.
1-1 now. That one fouled off. And a pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Hernandez brings it in with a nice running grab.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
One down, base is empty.
That's
Off
a
the
ball.
mark there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Hey.
And that's in for a strike. And the righty deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three-two now. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Ball and a strike.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Steer round second on his way to third. Coming home. Now a relay to third. The tag out. But 1 run is in to score.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, T.J. Friedel. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
In the air out to center. Hernandez settles underneath it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 3 and the Reds 1. Back here in L.A., John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Dalton Rushing. Left-hand batter waits. Off the mark there. And it's 2-1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Luke Weaver up and loosening in the pen. Means a left-hander also throwing. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now Mac Horvath. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Fought off foul. Rushing gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that's off the inside edge. Full count now. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And it's gone. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And here comes David Bell as he's ready to make the change. Go to his bullpen. Nick Lodolo won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Reds, Luke Weaver.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first, and Freeman is retired.
The batter, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Now it's Mookie Betts. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Just missed.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And Betts is set down, and that ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. And we're back. And the batter now, Tyler Stephenson.
Tyler Stephenson.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Now the third baseman. Kicks and fires. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The Reds down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. Bounce to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first, gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. Garrett Hampson digs in now.
Garrett Hampson.
Man at second. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And a base hit. Here comes Stephenson around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in.
The batter, the second baseman, McLain.
So 2 down. Matt McLain, the next to hit for the Reds. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get into scoring position. The deep
Betts gets it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's 5-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Hard hit left side. Jump throw. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, center fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, Hampson. Sends it across to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, McLain. Slings to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Dodgers go down quietly. They're still out in front, 5-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Left-hand hitter waits. Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Spencer Steer.
Spencer Steer.
That one missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting,
Garrett Mitchell now at the plate.
Garrett Mitchell.
Swing and a miss, and it's
1 ball,
1-2.
2 strikes.
Just misses with that one.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
2 outs. That one misses. 3-2 now. Bounce to the right side. Throw on to Freeman. And the Reds go 1-2-3. Nothing across here this half. 7-8-9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Well, we go bottom 6. And the batter now, James Outman. The pitch.
Inside ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Lace down the line. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. He makes it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing. And there's a ball. Runner at second, nobody out. That
Ball
misses. 3-1. Swing and a miss.
3-2.
Out towards right center field. Edman makes the grab. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Now batting, number
1-1.
Ball.
And
3
another
balls,
ball.
1 strike.
There's a swing and a miss.
Full count. 3-2.
Righty to the plate. Lifted in the air out to left. Nabs it. Runner tagging from third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Base runner decided to test him, and it was a bad decision. Outstanding throw on a frozen rope at home. That'll end the inning with a bang.
New pitcher for the Dodgers, Sammy Velasquez.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
number 54, Sammy Velasquez.
TJ Friedel getting ready to hit. The Reds in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Reds, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. A handful have turned into outs, but of the balls they put in play, 10 have been line drives. I say keep barreling the ball and good things will happen. Don't let that get you frustrated.
Tyler Stephenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And a count
1 ball,
1-2.
2 strikes.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Davison De Los Santos.
Here's the third baseman. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the third and final game of the series. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Slider misses outside. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nobody left for Cincinnati, and the deficit remains 5-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Fernando Cruz.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the lineup, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. And strike two. Activity in the bullpen. Ian Jabot appears to be getting loose. Means the lefty warming up as well. To the right side. And that chance handled. On to first. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 1-1. And there's the strike. And that just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Right side, hard hit. The throw to first, and the Dodgers are set down in order. 3 up, 3 down that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brusdar Graterol. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So the batting order turns over. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Tommy Edman. Here's a 1-1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Got him swinging. 1 away.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach where you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
So digging in, Garrett Hampson. And a swing and a miss there.
2-2 count.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McLain. The 1-1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Here comes a pitch. On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Over to first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next to hit for the Reds. The Reds trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's hard hit on the line. Outman makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ian Jabot.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. The 2-1. Hard hit right side. Sends it to first, and Guerrero is set down.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit. One down, base is empty.
That's ball 2.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Griffin Jacks preparing to come on if needed. Not
3 balls,
even
1
close
strike.
there. Now 3-1. And a strike.
Thank you.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Oh, look at the stop. On the money. Nice play.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning alive. And now the right fielder, James Outman. Next pitch is outside. Smith off of first with 2 away. Wouldn't chase that time. And there's ball 4.
Nope. Ball 4.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive. Puts a runner into scoring position and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Dalton Rushing. On the ground. Dives, and he can't hang on. He decides to hold on to it, and the bases are now loaded.
Number 13.
And next for L.A., Mac Horvath. The pitch. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
Insurance.
no matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
Two outs. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game. A 4 spot on the board. It's 9-2.
Well, a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, John Means. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. So the lineup flips over. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Four runs already in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. That one way outside, and the count is even 2-2. And there's a ball. A wind of the pitch. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the series. It's 10-2. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Brandon Lewis.
Brandon Lewis.
And he deals. And that one lifted in the air center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last chance coming up for the Reds. So remaining in the game defensively, Brandon Lewis. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Emilio Pagan.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him. So he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And the right-hander deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Outman sizes this one up. And it's caught for the out. He's 2 outs away. Now it's going to be Garrett Mitchell. And that's outside. And it's 2-1. The Reds with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. And a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just outside, and the count's full. Swings and misses, struck him out. So they're down to their final out. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. TJ Friedl, 2 outs. And another ball. Pagan is just 1 strike away. And now it's filled up. Ground ball, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Oh, a really nice 3-game home series sweep. They came out and, from the first game of this series, really had a determination to play fundamentally sound baseball. They came up with the big hit when they needed it. Pitchers came in. They got the big outs when they needed it. So all the way around, a collective effort that has produced a nice little series sweep.
10-2 the final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Reds, 2 runs, 6 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, a sellout, 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending today's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive in safely.